Welcome back to Real Talk. This is me, Nick, keeping you entertained and company all the way until 4 p.m. Yeah, that's right. You're trying to keep it real 100% right here on Relax Radio. It's RELAKS without the X because, we believe in positivity. So, yeah, there's something that we got to talk about, and that is that China recently banned the UK MPs after sanction abuses. So, after abuse of the sanctions. So, yeah, China has imposed sanctions on 9 UK citizens, including 5 MPs, for spreading what it called lies and disinformation about the country. So, yeah, the group are amongst the most vocal critics of China in the UK and comes in retaliation for measures taken by the UK government on Monday over human rights abuses against the Uyghur Muslim minority group. So, yeah, that's something that they're talking about. And yeah, Boris Johnson said that those sanctions were shining a light on a gross human rights violation. So yeah, freedom to speak out in opposition to abuse is a fundamental, and I stand firmly with them. That's what the Prime Minister said in a tweet. So yeah, that's what he's talking about. He's addressing the abuse. A lot of these Muslim minorities in China are facing. So yeah, the Foreign Secretary said if Beijing wanted to credibly rebut the claims, it should allow UN access to Xinjiang. So yeah, those targeted by China include former conservative leader Sir Ian Duncan Smith, two peers, a lawyer, and an academic. So yeah, Sir Ian said he would wear the sanction as a badge of honor. So yeah, the response by China follows similar sanctions imposed on a European Union, which was part of the coordinated action on Monday, along with the UK, the US, and Canada. So China has detained Uyghur at camps in the northwest region of Xinjiang, in case you guys are wondering. So yeah, all this, there's been a lot of allegations of torture, forced labor, and sexual abuse that have emerged. In case you guys are wondering, there's also that one, I remember back then that happened, there was a video on a TikTok about this girl, doing this whole makeup thing, but then 3 minutes into the video, she discusses about these issues, and the video did get taken down by the TikTok, the platform, and that's just crazy that something like that is actually really happening. But China has denied the allegations of abuse and claiming the camps are just re-education facilities used to combat terrorism. So yeah, the 9 people, who are facing these sanctions are basically, they're having issues right now, and they're all banned from entering China, Hong Kong, Macau, and their property in China will be frozen, and Chinese citizens and institutions will be prohibited from doing business with them. That is just something that they're saying. And the 9 people that are facing these are Tory MP Sir Ian, Nusrat Ghani, and Tim Loughton, and peers Baroness Kennedy and Lord Alton, who are all members of the Inter-Parliamentary Alliance on China. So yeah, Tory MP Ryan, who led the China Research Group, a lawyer, Sir Geoffrey Nice, and QC, chair of the Uyghur Tribunal, which is investigating atrocities against the minority group, and finally the Newcastle University academic Joe Smith Finley, whose research focuses on the Uyghurs. So yeah, the Sir Ian said that those of us who live free lives under the rule of law must speak for those who have no voices. If that brings the anger of China down upon me, well, then I shall wear it as a badge of honor. That's what he's talking about. And yeah, there's a lot of this that is going on. And there's been, the retaliation, though, has been a surprise. And nobody really expected China to retaliate and come back with a comeback like this. I mean, hey, from the moment the UK, imposed its first ever sanctions on Chinese officials earlier in the week, poor relationship with China will deteriorate even further. That's right. That's not something that is going to be, great when it comes to their relationships. And yeah, that there's a lot, and this matters because the government is trying to strike a balance in its relations with Beijing. And it's in its recent, foreign policy review, the UK described China as a systemic competitor and the biggest state-based threat to the UK's economic security. But it also spoke of, pursuing positive trade and investment relationship and all of that. And the plan is to be cooperating with China on climate change, biodiversity, but all of that had just become a bit more difficult, a bit more harder because what with these allegations that they've thrown at China, and China retaliating back and sanctioning all of the UK officials. It's just crazy what is going on right now, especially where China and the UK is involved. So yeah, that's just something that is happening. And yeah, Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said that the government stands in total solidarity with those sanctioned by China. So yeah, that's what he's trying to say. He also, he says it's not going to stop them. It's not going to stop the British government. Speaking up about the industrial scale human rights abuses taking place in Xinjiang. So he added that China should all allow access to Xinjiang for the United Nations Commissioner for Human Rights if it wanted to continue with blanket denials. So yeah, the Labor's shadow foreign secretary Lisa Nandy said the sanctions were a direct attempt to silence those who criticize the action of the Chinese government. That's what she's saying. She's saying, "Yay, these guys, this is just another ploy that they're concocting, and they just want to silence us because they don't want to face these kind of criticism." But she also said that Mr. Raab's condemnation of the sanctions, she welcomed it. She was she was in total agreement with it, but criticized the government's mixed messages on trade deals with China. So yeah, Chinese foreign minister's spokesperson said the UK's decision to impose sanction flagrantly breaches international law and basic norms governing international relationship and grossly interferes in China's internal affairs and severely undermine China-UK relations. So yeah, that's just something that they're talking about how all of this is going. And China has gone for the people who are exerting the most pressure on Boris Johnson to be tough on China. So it's gone for the people who say genocide has happened in Xinjiang. The measures are essentially tokenistic, if anything. So China is targeting Boris Johnson right now. It's targeting the UK, and it's unlikely that these people or entities did any business with Chinese firms or people anyway. So yeah, targeting Neil O'Brien is personal for the UK Prime Minister. The MP is in charge of leading policy in Downing Street. So yeah, all this has just been happening, and there's been four groups that have also been sanctioned: the Chinese Research Group, the Conservative Party Human Rights Commission, the Uyghur Tribunal, and the Essex Courts Chambers. So those are also some of these entities that have been sanctioned. So yeah, that's just something that is really going on right now in the UK, especially with what it's just wild to see something like this happening. And it's totally in a time like this, especially Chinese government also, it just, I mean, for the UK, it's just a lot of, it's just a lot to process that this is all happening all at once right now. We got China on one side, we got the EU. I feel like the UK is just, putting his fingers into too many cakes at, all at the same time. It's just crazy what is going on. But yeah, the relationship between China and the UK is not going to improve anytime soon if they continue down this path. And with that, though, we got to step into some more music. We got to take also a real quick break. And yeah, checking your time right now, though, it is 3:12. Good afternoon.